I remember liking the Gamesir X2, but I also remember wishing that it had the Xbox controller layout. There was a key mapper, but then there wasn't. Could it possibly be because of this little guy, the Gamesir X2 Pro? Let's find out what makes this the Pro, see if maybe the key mapper has returned to the Gamesir World App, or is Gamesir still up to their sneaky tricks? Now, where did that controller get to? Huh? What? Despite the fact that Gamesir was really sneaky in how they released the Gamesir X2 Pro, taking away gamers' options to switch the button layout on the original X2 and potentially forcing gamers into buying a whole new controller, there are some really new good features on the X2 Pro. Besides the X2 Pro having the Xbox layout, there is a dedicated Xbox button, which I believe was just a smaller home button on the original, and there is no denying this is meant for Xbox Game Pass. Another noticeable difference is the traditional D-pad. On the original controller, this was separate buttons just like the Nintendo Switch. The D-pad feels like little mechanical switches which have a really short travel, but overall feels pretty good, and it feels similar to the ones on the Nintendo Switch Lite. There is another feature new to the Gamesir X2 Pro, which is slowly becoming a standard, and that is the two macro buttons on the back of the controller. Gamesir included two M buttons on the back of the controller, which are positioned in a no-okay spot, I guess, but can be somewhat slightly of a stretch for your fingers. You mind you see me making a video here? I am working? Guess not. As for the rest of the controls, they feel pretty similar to the original. Nothing much has changed here, and that's not really a bad thing. Analog sticks are pretty tight. Action buttons are glossy, so a little slippery, but feel pretty good when clicked in. The bumper buttons are built into the side of the housing, so it feels natural to press while your fingers are curved over the top. The triggers, just like the original, aren't analog, so it's on or off, but they feel okay. So nice of you to join me, Midnight. Midnight. Just like the original, the pivoting USB port feels pretty flimsy, and at times I feel like I'm gonna break it. The rubber grips and the retracting mechanism feels built well. Overall, it's a pretty well-built controller, and Gamesir just fine-tuned a already pretty good controller. The Gamesir X2 Pro gave gamers what they wanted, the Xbox controller layout, but in a very sneaky way. We will get more into that later. Let's take a look at performance in gaming and some of the issues I found. The X2 Pro performs just as good as the original. Seamless connection, responsive controls, and although small, the analog sticks get the job done. Now, some of the issues that I noticed, although minor, but do get a little annoying and can make the experience a little less fun. Your ring and pinky finger are kind of forced to rest at the bottom of the controller, which is a stretch. There will be some discomfort between the ring and the middle finger while playing. Another minor problem I found is the analog sticks during intense gameplay hit the side of the controller pretty hard and make a loud sound. Before you hit the comments and say I'm being too picky, I did say minor. While playing Killer Instincts, I did experience some discomfort because where the D-pad is located and a hump on the back of the controller. Your ring finger hits the hump and it causes some pain on the side of your finger where the knuckle is located. The vibration from the phone into the hollow plastic kind of sounds like a ricer. Overall, the Gamesir X2 Pro is a really good replacement for the original, if you're looking for the Xbox controller layout for Game Pass. However, I believe Gamesir was trying to be a little bit sneaky, not for releasing the controller, but for taking away a really useful feature inside the Gamesir World App that eventually my viewers let me know that it just one day, poof, completely disappeared off the face of the planet. And by removing this potentially forced those people into buying a whole new controller. Now I have checked the World app and it seems like that feature is back. So I guess they weren't being sneaky or just decided to stop being sneaky. Last thing I want to point out, when I opened the app, it recognized the X2 Pro and automatically offered an update. Apparently the right trigger when activated might not go back to 0. So if you're experiencing this, I suggest downloading the Gamesir World app. As always, all the products discussed in my videos and the equipment that I use to produce my videos are linked down below in the description. If you have any suggestions, questions, or think that I left something really important out, which I tend to do sometimes, please share those in the comments down below. Don't forget to share your gaming experiences and gaming pickups in the We Deem Gaming Community Facebook group. Follow us on other socials because we share stuff. Gaming stuff, yeah. Hopefully in the next video we're gonna be finally taking a look at what's in my Steam Deck travel bag, which I've said across 2 videos now. We're also going to be taking a look at the 8BitDo Ultimate Controller for the Nintendo Switch, so if you're interested in that, you know what to do. As for now, I'll see you in the next one. It's right behind me, isn't it? Can you... come on now. Apparently not. Come on now, Weed. Just wait till the video's over. Would you come on? What the hell's that about?
Joe Biden.
Would tell your mom to listen, but she's so poor she can't even pay attention.
I'll just stand here. Like it's right behind me, isn't it? Alright.
Hey guys, instead of staring at my ugly mug, why don't you go ahead and check out one of our other videos? 1, 2, I'll wait. My busted face ain't going nowhere.